Hello, welcome to week 21, quarantine edition. This is going to be the IEW portion, and this is going to be really quick compared to normal IEWs we've had, because this lesson is really just telling you to write your third topic paragraph and then write your conclusion, then introduction for your Faces of History. So had we actually been in class together, we probably would have just had a discussion about Faces of History, what problems you're encountering, anything you needed help with, because this involves your own research, your own individual research based on the person that you chose for Faces of History, okay? So where you'll find this lesson is page 227. It's lesson 27, the Renaissance part 2. So if you remember, before we took our long extended break, we did the Renaissance part 1, and it talked about Leonardo da Vinci. I almost said DiCaprio. Okay. Leonardo da Vinci. And it gave us some source text to work through, but then if you flip to this next lesson, lesson 27, it doesn't give you a source text. It just says, write your last paragraph based on the resources you found. Now, unless you chose Leonardo da Vinci for your Faces of History, you are not going to do that. You're going to instead be writing your paragraphs for your person, whether it's Robin Hood or Shakespeare or one of the Impressionist painters, one of the composers, whoever it is that you chose, okay? So either way, the good news is you're going to be achieving our goal, because our goal is to complete a 5-paragraph research essay with bibliography, okay? So Faces of History is going to achieve everything that lesson 27 wants us to, okay? So the things to talk about for this lesson, the things for you to do at home, are the keyword outline conclusion and the keyword outline introduction. This is the exact same as it was for Unit 7 when you did inventive writing, but now we're just moving it over to research. So the introduction and conclusion we introduced in Unit 7, and we're carrying over and continuing it here in Unit 8 on the formal essay. So keyword outline conclusion has a topic A, topic B, and topic C overview. Those are your body paragraphs. So you have to have already written those body paragraphs to then begin your conclusion. Then you're going to talk about what's most significant and why. If you recall when we talked about the difference between a report and an essay, it's when you're taking a stance, you're giving your opinion, and this is a way of doing that. Is saying, hey, this is what's most significant about that person, and this is why. We're having an interruption. Eleanor is shutting the door. Okay, so for our conclusion, we're going to pretend that I have been doing a Faces of History paper. And who have I been doing it on? How about, who do I know a lot about? Yes, this is for Miss Amy. We will do Candace Cameron Bure, I think is how you say her last name. Okay, so if I was writing about her for my Faces of History, my topic A might have been something about, how would I have organized it? Okay, well, she's an actress who played DJ Tanner in Full House, so maybe I would break it up based on her acting career, so different stages of her life based on what she was starring in. Okay, so my topic A will be, I talked all about Full House. That's what we'll pretend that was my my first body paragraph. Full House, and I'm going to put early here because that's going to remind me that is focusing on her early career. Then we're going to talk about those Hallmark Christmas movies. That's her transitional as she becomes a mature actress, okay? So Hallmark Christmas, I'm going to do a tree, movies. Okay. I could have included her Aurora Teagarden mysteries where she's a librarian. I've never seen any of those, but I hear they're spectacular. But I won't. This one is just her Hallmark Christmas movies was what I wrote that paragraph about. Topic C, what did I write my third body paragraph about? Of course, I wrote about her reprisal. She came full circle into Fuller House on Netflix. That's that's where we're at now, okay? So all I did was I looked at my 3 body paragraphs and I basically did a keyword outline just summarizing what they were about, okay? Now, what was most significant about her and why? Here I'm going to have to decide, how has Candace Cameron Bure changed America as we know it? She has given us a catchphrase, and this is a quote, so it's okay that I'm exceeding. Oh no, I won't, because my Lanta is one word. Oh, my Lanta. Actually, a crossover to EEL, that's an introduction. Oh, my Lanta. So that's what's most significant about her, and why? Because it has brought joy to Americans everywhere. So how could I show that? Joy to Americans, that's our stars and stripes right there. Americans everywhere. Okay? So I have made a decision, a value judgment about what is most significant and why. Okay? So that's my conclusion. After I finish my 3 body paragraphs and my conclusion, now I know what extra information I have. Okay, so Chandler, will you make sure you can get this? If you need to back up to do that, that's fine. Now it's time for my introduction. So depending on who your Faces of History person is, this will be the outline that you'll use, but it'll be full of information about your person. So, attention getter. How am I going to get people's attention? I can use a quote. I can use any of my decorations, like simile, metaphor, alliteration. I could state an interesting fact. I could tell a small anecdote, ask a question. I'm going to ask if anyone has ever heard the phrase, oh my Lanta, or maybe I'll just start with, oh my Lanta. That's what I'll do, an exclamation. I won't ask a question, I'll just do an exclamation. Oh my Lanta. That'll bring it full circle to my conclusion, so it'll have a nice bookend. Okay, oh my Lanta. Background. Okay, well, when I was talking about her in my really well-researched body paragraphs, reading up all about Candace Cameron Bure, I found some interesting facts that I didn't fit into my body paragraphs. They didn't have to do with Full House or her Hallmark movies or Fuller House, Netflix bringing that back. Well, I found out some interesting information. So one of those things is, did you know that she's from a famous family? Kirk Cameron, heartthrob from Growing Pains, is her brother. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to write Kirk Cameron. Who knew? That's her brother. Oh my gosh, she married a famous hockey player. I think he was like a professional hockey player in Canada or in America. His name is Valerie. So I'm going to do rings. This will be my wedding rings. I'll do a hockey stick. That's what this thing is. It's not a foot. That's a hockey stick, okay? And we'll say Valerie Bure. That's who she married, okay? It's also interesting that she is super short. I say super short. Some of you are shorter than her. I'm thinking of you. Let's see. 5'2". That's what it is. But that didn't even count because that is a number. So I can do more. I can do her age. That's another number. I don't actually know her age. But when we were joking about it in class, I feel like I looked up something. She's in like her early 40s, but we'll pretend that I really did research this really well and that she is 41. Let me know how old she really is. Okay, so we have some proper nouns here. I could even put this here, brother. And I still haven't gone over my limit. That looks like some other word besides brother, but it's brother. Okay, And now I'm going to revisit my topics, which are great because they're right here, okay? So I'm going to mention her early career in Full House. That's a house. That's a chimney. Then I'm going to talk about how she just made a splash on the Hallmark scene. Hallmark movies with all those great Christmas ones, okay? And then I'm going to talk about Fuller House Netflix. I'm going to say she's a Netflix sensation with her Fuller House. This just keeps getting better and better. All my drawings. Oh, Jimmy. Okay. And so I'm going to finish up my introduction there. If I said conclusion earlier, I'm sorry. This is the introduction. This is not the conclusion. We did the conclusion first, like we're supposed to do in IEW, and the introduction we save for last. So when I'm going to talk about these topics in brief, mentioning them in the introduction, it's really going to prepare my reader when launching into those body paragraphs, okay? So I'm going to keep tight, Chimp. So then when we're actually reading our paper, it's going to make sense because this is going to be our introduction. Oh, my Lanta. That catchphrase brought into our vernacular was introduced by American actress Candace Cameron Bure. And a little known fact was that she is the sister of teen idol Kirk Cameron. At just 5'2", this petite actress entered into holy matrimony with famous hockey player Valerie Bure. Early in her career, she found success as DJ Tanner on Full House. Later, after raising children, she became a Hallmark movie, a Hallmark movie actress. Recently, she has reprised her role as DJ for the Netflix sensation Fuller House. Then, can you see this, Chandler?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Then it will be topic A, and I will have my full body paragraph all about Full House. Topic B, then I'll have my full body paragraph about Hallmark movies. Topic C, Fuller House on Netflix. Okay, now it's time for my conclusion. That's what's right over here. Okay, so you face it here. Now let's test our outline. Topic A. Okay, so throughout her career, Candace Cameron has really matured as an actress, beginning with those early years on Full House. She achieved spectacular feats in her various romantic roles in her Hallmark Christmas movies. Netflix recognized her superior talent by bringing Full House back onto the small screen with their spin-off Fuller House. But of all these achievements, it is introducing the catchphrase, "Oh my Lanta," into the American vernacular that has brought joy to Americans everywhere. Okay? Then I would add dress-ups, I would add decorations, I would edit, and in that editing process, things are going to get moved, things are going to get cut, things are going to get added. So once I have everything down on paper, then I have something to play with. I can tweak it, I can make it better, and really kind of achieve something pretty wonderful. And that's actually the editing part is really the fun part. And you're saying, hey, I know I could combine these two sentences and make it a who which or www.asia.love. Oh, what sentence opener can I use here? This would sound great with a prepositional opener. So those kinds of things are good to do. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you have fun doing your Faces of History paper. I can't wait to hear them. Bye-bye.